Assalamualaikum. My name is Imran. I'm level 1 student at Haas Islamabad campus. Today, let's start today. Hi, Sir How are you? Why do people repeat the same mistake, even why do people wrong?
Yeah, it's really interesting how human behavior works. It's be great to explore that in your interview.
Is repeating mistake a sign of weak learning?
It can definitely be a sign that the learning process wasn't fully effective or that certain habits it doesn't must be improved or reinforced. It's a really thought-provoking question.
Do emotions overpower logic in these situations?
Big when emotions are strong, they can cloud our judgment and make it harder to learn from past mistakes. It's a fascinating interplay.
Why do the brain claim the old habit? Explain in 30 points. These 30 points are mandatory, so
The brain
please
has
explain in 30 points.
done into 30 points for you. Here we go. One, brain's plasticity. The brain is adaptable and can form new connections throughout life. Two, memory consolidation. During sleep, the brain consolidates memories, essentially cleaning up unnecessary information. Three, synaptic pruning. The brain removes weaker synaptic connections, making neural networks more efficient. Four, emotional regulation. The brain works to regulate emotions, helping to flexibility. The brain adapts to new information by reorganizing itself, which can help correct mistakes. Learning from failure. The brain uses mistakes as feedback, though it sometimes takes repetition to really learn from them. 11, habit formation, repeated behaviors. 12, reinforcement learning. The brain reinforces action that result in positive outcomes. Making those actions a cycle. 14, the role of the prefrontal cortex. This part of the brain helps with decision making, impulse control, which can help. Emotional resilience. The brain can build resilience. 16, the impact of stress hormones. Hormones like cortisol can affect neurons, which helps in learning and adapting. 18, The role of sleep. Adequate sleep is crucial for the brain to clear out unnecessary mistakes. 21, the impact of emotions on memory. Strong emotional experiences are more likely to be remembered, even if they're mistakes. 22, emotional learning. The brain learns from emotional experiences, sometimes reinforcing patterns that are hard to break. 23, the habit loop consists of a cue, a routine, and a reward, and the brain
People repeat mistake instead of stopping them, explain in 30 points. These 30 points are mandatory.
Absolutely. I'll break it down into 30 points for you. One, emotional impact of guilt. Guilt can create a cycle of negative emotions, making it harder to move forward. Two, avoidance behavior. People sometimes repeat mistakes to avoid facing the guilt or shame associated with them. Three, low self-esteem. Guilt forcing negative behaviors. Four, fear of change. Guilt can make people resistant to change, as change can bring up uncomfortable feelings. Five, reinforcement of negative patterns. Repeating mistakes can get easier to avoid. Taking responsibility, leading to repeated mistakes. Compassion. Without self-compassion, people find it harder to forgive themselves and move on. 12, perfectionist tendencies can cause guilt over mistakes, leading to repeated behaviors as a way to cope. 13, fear of judgment. The fear of being judged by others can make people hold on to guilt and repeat mistakes. 14, unresolved emotions. Unresolved emotions from past experiences can 18, emotional avoidance. Repeating mistakes can sometimes be reinforcing the same mistakes. 20, fear still can create a subconscious. 21, unconscious beliefs. Deep-seated beliefs
Why do people ignore the lesson of past experiences?
Absolutely. I can break it down into 30 points for you. One, emotional attachment. People often become emotionally attached to their mistakes, making it hard to let them go. Lack of awareness. Sometimes people aren't fully aware that they're repeating a mistake. Three, fear of change. Change can be beneficial. Five, self-identity. Six, emotional avoidance. Repeating a mistake can sometimes be a way to avoid dealing with the underlying emotions. Uh, 14, lack of accountability. It's easier to repeat mistakes when there's no problem. I'll stop here. If you'd like me to continue. Sure thing. I'm glad you found it helpful. Just let me know if you want to dive into any of these points further, or if there's anything else I can do for you.
How does overconfidence lead to repeated mistakes? Explain in points on my data, so please explain.
Absolutely. Let's explore that in 30 points. One, emotional attachment. People often form an emotional attachment to their mistakes, making them harder to let go of. Two, habitual behavior. Mistakes can become habitual, and the brain tends to repeat familiar patterns. Three, fear of change. Stick to what's known, even if they aren't fully conscious of the fact that they're repeating a mistake. Five, emotional comfort. Familiar mistakes can provide a sense of comfort, even if they're not beneficial. Six, self-identity. People may define themselves by their mistakes, making it harder to move on. Seven, judgment. The fear of being judged by others can prevent people from acknowledging their mistakes. Avoiding vulnerability. Admitting mistakes can feel vulnerable, so people avoid it. Nine, lack of reflection. Not taking emotional baggage. Unresolved emotions from past experiences can cause people to repeat the same mistakes. 11, lack of accountability. Without accountability, it's easier to continue making the same errors. 12, perfectionism. The desire to be perfect can create a fear of making mistakes, leading to repeated behaviors. 13, subconscious patterns. Often operates on autopilot, making it easy to fall into old patterns. For sometimes the fear of success can cause people to. 16, emotional suppression. Instead of addressing the mistake, repeat the cycle. 17, self-sabotage. Guilt or fear can lead to self-sabotage, making the same mistakes. 18, unresolved conflicts. Unresolved internal conflicts can keep people stuck in a loop of repeating mistakes. 19, lack of new strategies without trying new approaches. People tend to repeat the same errors. 20, comfort in the unknown. Even if the outcome is negative, familiarity of the mistake can feel safer. 22, Fear the unknown can be scary, and people revert to similar mistakes. 23, to change can cause them to repeat mistakes. 24, emotional triggers. Certain emotions can trigger old behaviors, leading to repeated mistakes. 25, lack of support. Having a support system can help break the cycle of repeating mistakes. 26, deep-seated beliefs about oneself.
Uh, how do people repeat mistake become because of comfort zone?
Absolutely. Comfort zones play a huge role. Here are a few more points related to that. 27, fear of the unknown. Stepping out of a comfort zone means facing the unknown, which can be intimidating and cause people to stick with what's familiar, even if it's a mistake. For predictability, people often find comfort in routines, and repeating mistakes can become part of a predictable pattern. 30, resistance to growth. Growth often requires discomfort, and the brain naturally avoids discomfort. To explore or questions, just let me know.
Why do people repeat mistake because of comfort zone? Explain in 30 points. These 13 points are I take. मैं वापस आ गई
Familiarity. Comfort zones are built around familiar patterns, even if they include mistakes, because the brain finds them safe. 2, predictability. Repeating mistakes keeps outcomes predictable, reducing anxiety about the unknown. 3, avoiding discomfort. Stepping out of a comfort zone can be uncomfortable, so people stick to what they know. 4, habit formation. Mistakes become habits within a comfort zone, making them harder to break. 5, fear of failure. The fear of failing in a new way can make people, even if it means slower perceived risk, which feels safer. 7, lack of motivation. If the comfort zone doesn't push for growth, people may not feel motivated to change. 8, consistency. Matters other than facing new challenges. 10, avoiding the unknown. The unknown can be daunting, so people stick to what they know. 11, comfort and routine. Routines reinforce comfort zones, making it easier to repeat mistakes. 12, lack of accountability is often less accountability. Make fear disruption can disrupt the status quo, so people stick to what feels stable. 14, people often identify with their comfort zone, making it hard to break out. 15, resistance to growth often requires stepping out of comfort zones, which can feel fattening. 16, consistency bias. 17, lack of challenges. Without challenges, there's less incentive to change or grow. 18, comfort and failure. Familiar mistakes can sometimes feel less threatening than trying something new. 19, avoiding risk. Comfort zones minimize perceived risks, even if it means repeating mistakes. 20, emotional habit. Emotions tied to comfort zones reinforce the cycle of repeating mistakes. Avoid repetition of mistakes reinforces neural pathways, making them harder to change. 23, avoiding the unknown. The brain is wired to avoid the unknown, making the comfort zone appealing. 24, comfort zones provide emotional security, even if it means making the same mistakes. 25, lack of challenge. Without challenges, there's less push to improve and cycle of mistakes. Familiar.
Okay, so this is our today interview with ChatGPT about why do people repeat their mistakes again and again. So we will come back with another interview. Allah Hafiz, Pakistan, Zindabad.